As a Mecha BREAK content creator, when I write scripts and make videos, I always wonder about one thing. What's the difference between the Strikers in Mecha BREAK and Gundams from anime? They're all humanoid combat machines, and their core concepts are pretty similar too. So can we use the available info to compare them, figure out their similarities and differences, or compare their combat abilities? Hey everyone, welcome to the Mecha BREAK 101. In this video, we're just taking a rational look at the third generation Strikers in Mecha BREAK and how they compare to the main Gundams like Strike and Freedom. This isn't about pitting the two franchises against each other. If there's anything unclear, please feel free to correct me. Let's start by looking at what roles the mechas play in Mecha BREAK. Strikers were upgraded from industrial transport walkers to humanoid combat machines. Its evolution began with first-gen humanoid walkers, mining excavation walkers, and supply transport walkers. These civilian and commercial machines replaced wheeled and tracked transport to tackle extreme terrain, boosting efficiency and cutting losses in energy use. During the Ration War on the moon was made a demilitarized zone during construction and lacked heavy weapons. So the mining walkers modified by the latecomers began roaming unchecked. The Trailblazers could only requisition similar mining machines to fight back, leading to the absurd sight of walkers swinging vibration hammers, hydraulic claws, streetlight poles, warning signs, and I-beams at each other. Then both sides quickly developed lots of large weapon units to take down walkers. As weapons improved, mech combat tactics advanced rapidly. Ostrich walkers were widely used in the Ration War, and after years of upgrades, they set the benchmark for walking mechs of the era. With top sensors, good weapon compatibility, and great mobility from rocket jumps, they defined what features a military mech should have. When news reached Earth, various factions were amazed by its superior performance. To some extent, they sidelined the first-gen models, modified from civilian models. Instead, they took cues from pure military models that were inspired by the Ostrich and focused on developing the second-gen mechs. From then on, humanoid mechs completed the upgrade. First-gen to second-gen models. The second-gen mechs first showed up on the battlefield during the Mizra War in March, year 13 of the Revival era. The Mizra War marked the first large-scale deployment of second-gen mechs, which were built for military purpose. Their debut in major combat officially ushered in a new era, dominated by mechs on the battlefield. The Thalassic Federation's Dino and Copperhead, and the Signia Union's Swifthawk and Thornblade are all second-gen mechs, fitted with propulsion systems. They could carry out flexible tactics, leading everyone to rethink ground combat strategies and come up with new tactics. By this point, all sides had already mounted heavy firepower onto the second-gen mechs. These were mostly ballistic weapons. It's like mounting big cannons, light missiles, and heavy machine guns onto the second-gen mechs. At this stage, the second-gen mechs were like a souped-up version of a modern tank. Due to the limited capacity of the batteries and basic power sources used in second-gen mechs, they used up a lot of logistics supplies, which restricted their operational range to under 100 kilometers. Another small incident during this war pointed out the way forward for future upgrades. The Volturia Alliance and Leonia developed a new mech prototype, but it was sabotaged and got caught up in a mercenary raid against the Mizra Matrix. This prototype was destroyed in the battle, but still managed to shoot down many enemy units on its own and rescue the surviving members of the Mizra Matrix. This incident eventually led to the leak of the Volturia Alliance's Mind Bridge technology. This sped up the R&D of third-gen Striker and the Mind Bridge technology across all sides. Later, the third-gen Mind Bridge type Striker, or to be more precise, the 3.5-gen BREAK models, underwent a comprehensive upgrade, receiving new power cores, engines, and weapon systems. BREAK Strikers are powered by Corixium particles. Think of it as a highly clean, compact nuclear reactor. But you need to consume Corixium particles to activate the Striker. So, unlike nuclear submarines, BREAK Strikers can't stay out for months. They need to resupply at base. BREAK Strikers use Cascade engines, which are compact and high power. These engines can even be pushed into overdrive, exceeding their normal operational limits. For these Strikers, once the brake mode is on, it's like going from an average person straight to prime Mike Tyson, and its combat capability basically doubles. BREAK Strikers are generally between 13 and 20 meters tall and weigh 20 to 50 tons. Looking at the overall design of the Strikers, you can see they have highly specialized roles. Take Tricera. It's a heavy mech built for close to mid-range combat, often deployed alongside the Stego to form defensive line. Falcon is a light mech. It handles recon and air defense. If this was a realistic scene, I don't think the small caliber rounds of Falcon's autocannon could pierce through the fluid armor and physical armor on heavy defenders like Tricera. Also, Aquila is a classic example. It functions as an airborne, mobile firepower platform. Its firepower can penetrate Tricera's armor. That's precisely why Falcon is tasked with dogfighting firepower platforms like this, to block Aquila's firepower on ground forces with no air defense. Welkin's role is very clear too. It's based on the prototype known as as Wurin, and Wurin is the main ground force for Volturia Alliance. The 3rd-gen Strikers are tasked with holding the line in close combats. Its weaknesses are clear too. Its anti-air capability is very limited. Of course, the protagonist mecha Alasness isn't part of this discussion, because it wasn't designed with a specific combat role in mind, nor was it built purely for warfare. So Mecha BREAK Strikers have very clear roles. Each Striker's mission is also clear. If we compare the Strikers to our modern-day soldiers, then Mecha BREAK is more like a specialized infantry battalion or an aviation squadron. The ground is their main battlefield. They have their own dedicated missions to carry out. Next, let's take a look at Gundam. Since there are many different categories of Gundam, I can only list the most famous one. Let's look at the Strike Gundam, piloted by Kira Yamato. In my opinion, Strike Gundam is the representative of the Gundam series. It's a versatile MS equipped with modular loadouts manufactured by the Earth Alliance's Orb Union. It stands 17.72 meters tall and weighs 64.8 tons. Its power source is a battery energy pack. This unit's weaponry consists of fixed weapons, 2 75mm automatic anti-air Vulcan turrets mounted on the head. Its main weapons are 2 beam sabers equipped on both sides of the hip armor and wielded by hand. Additionally, it can be fitted with weapon packs, a 120mm Vulcan cannon, a 120mm anti-ship Vulcan cannon, 2 350mm rocket launchers mounted on the right shoulder, and the Agni Hyper Impulse cannon. This unit was developed by the Earth Alliance in the neutral nation of Orb, using all available resources on the satellite Heliopolis. As part of a classified development project and one of the 5 MS units, Strike Gundam can adapt to different combat situations by changing 3 different weapon packs. It transforms into the mid-range mobile combat Strike Gundam, the long-range heavy firepower Strike Gundam, and the close-range sword-equipped Strike Gundam. From the design of Strike Gundam, we can see that Gundams are more geared toward versatility. In other words, it can be configured according to different mission requirements. For example, if the mission requires high-speed assault, then it can be equipped with light weapons such as beam sabers to enhance its mobility. If the mission requires sniping a target from a long distance, then it can switch to long-range weapons. Gundams are more like today's combined arms battalions. These units integrate tanks, infantry, artillery, and engineers, covering almost all basic army branches. At the battalion level, they already handle coordination between infantry and tanks, infantry and artillery, as well as breaching and clearing obstacles. More importantly, the combined arms battalion can use satellite terminals and digital mobile network devices to promptly call in armed helicopters or Air Force fighter bombers to launch airstrikes on the enemy. Electronic warfare units can also jam and disrupt enemy communications in the area. And the battalion's own recon squads are also equipped with drones and other advanced recon equipment. So the combined arms battalion is much more versatile than the previously mentioned specialized armored infantry battalion. The emergence of Gundam officially turned this ground-based two-dimensional combat into three-dimensional warfare, and Gundam's battlefield also expanded from the ground to outer space. After all, Gundam's firepower was also designed to deal with space battleships. If we really want to push an extreme comparison between Gundam and Mecha BREAK Strikers, I think Gundam's firepower would come out on top. But then again, comparing across completely different worlds doesn't really mean much. To put it bluntly, let's take the Ford-class carrier as a benchmark. You could imagine a Gundam in low orbit blasting the carrier to pieces with a single beam cannon, while the carrier's aircraft and escort ships are completely helpless against Gundam. But you probably can't picture a striker from Mecha BREAK taking out the carrier's air wing from hundreds of kilometers away. It'd struggle to even get past the AWACS screen. Gundam and Mecha BREAK are built on completely different worldviews. The purpose behind their humanoid mechs isn't the same. If the Mecha BREAK world had more time to develop and its mechs were equipped with weapons capable of taking on warships directly, then the firepower of the Strikers would be on a whole new level and would be enough to stand toe-to-toe with Gundams. Okay, that's all for this video. Please go easy on me in the comments. Let's keep the discussion fun and casual. Thank you all for your likes and follows. Catch you in the next one.